Hey guys, welcome to my new general guide. Today I want to review the gold generals. We've done already the premium ones. Here are the gold generals. There are, quick counting, 21. So we start from the first Constantine, and I've added an additional dimension, which is really when you unlock them. That's important because many of the general you unlock them middle or the end of the game, and so having a sequence, a sort of path of general is important, as you know. I also reminded that I created a mathematical model to evaluate the generals. You can see in the card how the video were explaining how the model works. So starting with Constantine, his total score is War Emperor total score is 251, which is above average. And so it's a good general to have. The other advantage also his specialty score is on average is 76, but is available now. I mean, you need to have 2,000 medals, which at the beginning of the game is not easy. And so I have my recommendation. If you have the possibility to spend $10, I strongly recommend you to do what I've done. I bought myself the only premium general I will buy, Richard Lionheart. $10 and you get on top 2,500 medals. So basically with Richard Lionheart you can get Constantine. And I digress, I just want to show you a moment Richard. There you go. Look at Richard. I also bought this item, the Nisaean horse. If you look at my video on the items, you can see the details, the maximum cavalry amplifier, plus 20, plus amplifying this tactic. And so look, now he has a 70 cavalry, a total beast. And with this purchase, you get 50 medals per day. Imagine, instead of buying these sets in the shop with the 2,000 medals, with 50 medals per day, you get 1,500 medals a month if you log in daily. That adds up very quickly. Plus 2,500 medals on the spot, with which you can, for example, buy Constantine, which is an excellent general with 251 as a higher score than some of the in-app generals. So strong recommend. Is an infantry general, and morale, if you see from his score, he has a 36 in infantry, and the skills are not very infantry though. That's the only downside. But having him available now, it's critical. Look, high rank, Emperor title, which is the maximum. That's a good one. Next, Narciss. Narciss is an average. Is a total War Emperor score is 218, which is average. The average actually is 216 for the gold tier, but is is an infantry cavalry general. However, his specialty score is very low, 66 only. Is available now and is 1,825 medals. So I calculated also a War Emperor score over cost ratio. So this is dividing the total score by the medal cost, and it's a value, an index of 12. So it's a little better price value than Constantine, which was 11.5. But still, the low specialty score should make you think twice. Okay, still, you need a cavalry at the beginning, and so that's a good candidate for cavalry there. Next, Roland. Roland is specialized also in cavalry. His score is also average, is 228, so slightly higher. His specialty score is also slightly higher than Narciss, 75. Available now, slightly more expensive, 2,000 medals, with an 11.3 ratio. I want to highlight though he has a cavalry tactician, which is a very good skill to have. Lancelot. Lancelot average score 222, specialty score toward the low side, slightly below average, 72, but cheaper, and is a range general. So at the beginning, if you want a gold range general, is an option. He has a 35 in range capability, but then you see as a pole arm, which is not good, sword which is infantry, cavalry tactician. Not great skills, unfortunately. The problem again is that most generals unlock after chapter 4 or 5. So to get to chapter 4 or 5 with a general is not easy. I haven't tested yet if you are able to resell the generals later on, because in Glorious Generals you could not. I'm going to test it actually, and we'll add a comment in this video. Then Khalid is a surprise. He's actually very good. Khalid is a cavalry general. He has the total War Emperor score of 267 and a specialty score of 85. That's really great. He unlocks after chapter 3, which is the establishment of the kingdom. So not immediate, but chapter 3 is not too far away either. So definitely someone to keep in mind. Very, very good. And we look at the skills, not very interesting though. Just a fatal blow. But also what is different compared to War Conqueror, for example, is that in this game, you see generals are meant to be more versatile, not specialize in one thing. So even the skills, when they're not all focused around one capability, maybe it's not too bad. I prefer specialists. Anyway, Khalid, very high score, so that's always valuable. Guiscard, I wouldn't spend much time, he's very weak. His score is 205, so way below average. His specialty is 79, which is on average. He's an infantry general, although his infantry score 37, which is decent. He has a couple of valuable infantry skills. Heraclius, also weak, his total score of 197, specialty score of 67, which is also below average. He unlocks after chapter 4, so relatively easy, and he specializes in infantry, only 32 though, with a couple of infantry skills. Also administration, it's a valuable suit, and I see a couple of lobbies, diplomacy, engineering, a couple of administration capabilities. Harald Hardrada is another infantry general, also with a score below average, 202, and a specialty of 72. Unlocks after chapter 6. Not much to say. I will not elaborate too much on the weak generals. Instead, William the Conqueror is a good one. Average total score of 251, above average. A specialty score of 82. Is a cavalry general. So that's very good, with a cavalry score of 42. And also he has a cavalry tactician, which is a valuable skill to have. 5 skills already unlocked. The rank and the title are both very high, so a good general to have. This one though is available from the Triumph. The Triumph is this little thing here, and so I haven't checked when exactly. Here you have Robin Hood. Where is this guy? I don't know if you have to finish it all. Tutorial. Maybe you have to finish all the triumphs to unlock him. And I apologize, I'm also discovering the game like you, so I'm speculating when I don't know. Let's go back. Okay, now this is the freakiest of the genre. Look at this Baldwin 4. My God, it's spooky. He looks like the guy from Scream. Baldwin 4, average, 230 score, but 82 specialty. He's an administrator. And what else worth to say? Administration of 40. 4 skills, the 5th to be unlocked as a low rank. But again, whenever the rank allows you to increase also the number of skills. So when you see a skill locked, it means that if you upgrade the rank currently, which is squad commander, you will be able to unlock the 5th one. Now you need to use the items to upgrade it. Then Philip II is another good one. Overall score of 240. Specialty score 75, which is average. Is a range or an archer, using the old terms, with a good title and rank. And range tactician. This is fast. Firefighting expert, I'm not sure is very useful. Anyway, good general. He unlocks though after the 8th turn, which is quite far away. So then it becomes a lower priority. Same for Henry of England. He unlocks after turn 8, but is also a very good general. Is a 253 score. Is also a range general. He has a specialty score of 80, so slightly better than Philip, who had a 75. A rank of 45 points in rank and 42 in title. This is also again the War Emperor scale. I created all the models and I trademarked them. Now, this is a good one. Justinian, it should be in your pathway as you build your general roster. This is the one to get because he unlocks after only chapter 2. He has a total score of 278 and a specialty score of 81. Okay, he's an archer. Just to give you a context, an example, if you buy Attila, who is a legend general, so in-app purchase, Attila's score is 288, which is the same, basically. 278, 288, very, very close. And the specialty score of Attila is 90 against 81. Of course, with the in-app general, as I mentioned before, you get other privileges and some other perks, but general to general is very much comparable. So that's why I don't think the in-app generals are worth it. What's important is the privilege. Like a 50 medals a day, it's priceless. Go for it. It builds up a fortune. Back to Justinian, he also has maximum rank and title, which is quite exceptional for a gold general, and well-versed, strong in everything. So very good, but he has 2 range skills, which make him a good specialist. Empress Matilda, average both in terms of general and specialty score, unlocks after turn 8, so second tier. However, I don't see a lot of good female generals, which is a shame. I mean, I was hoping the EasyTech will be a bit more gender friendly and give a couple of nice female generals with strong skills. Unfortunately, they are all very average. Empress Matilda probably is one of the best with Joan d'Arc, but the rest is quite very weak generals. And they're all in administration, so not very progressive, I would say. Nikephoros, quite weak, total score 170, specialty 60, so it's below average, unlocks after turn 5, chapter 5. Simeon of Bulgaria, it's an average, 220 and 78 are the 2 scores. He unlocks after chapter 4. With the decent title and rank, and very weak in cavalry and archery. This is more like a infantry general, that's his specialty. Alexios I is a cavalry general with an average total score of 236, but good specialty score, a score of 81. He unlocks after turn chapter 7. And he is also has an Emperor title, which is very nice to have because it's maximum damage, plus 15, and reduced by 20% the damage received. So, quite good. He's a cavalry and is also a melee cavalry expert and a couple of mobility skills. And, okay, that's more diplomacy. Alexios. Not bad, he unlocks after chapter 7. And Basil II was a friend of Parsley, so Basil II he has a total score of 250, which is above average, and so quite a good score, I would say. But what is more remarkable is a cavalry general. He has an 88 specialty score with a 42 in cavalry and a 46 in morale. So that's very, very good. He unlocks after chapter 6. Also, he enjoys almost maximum rank and title, 48 and 46 respectively. So, pretty good general with a couple of cavalry skills, like a cavalry tactician. And then Caesar, I was disappointed because he's one of my favorite generals. In Great Conqueror Rome, he's a god. He's actually an in-up general. And here is not so good. It just has an average score, 233 and 75. Also, is an administrator. Is not very strong in any of the battle capability, as a 35 and 30. And is unlocked by completing the proof of honor. So also looks like it will be very long. And his rank, it's only 28. He's only Commander 3, Caesar, which is really weird. And Robin Hood, we just saw, you unlock with the Triumph. He is below average score though, 197 for total and 68 for the specialty. Is of course, he is an archer. Robin Hood, what would you expect? Not a very good one. And the last gold general is Beowulf. He has also a below average score, both general and specialty, 206 and 71, and he's also unlocked, completing the proof of honor. And we can just look at it together. The proof of honor. Yeah, I'm not clear if we need to complete all of it. You get it in the end. That will take forever, I guess. Something that we will discover over time. Okay, so this completes the Gold General review. It's 21 general, so I went quite quickly. I focused really on the total, the big scores, and the availability for the path. As a recap, for the Gold General, consider to start with Constantine infantry and Khalid cavalry. They're available very early on in the game. And also there are Justinian for archer is available after chapter 2. These are very good generals to start with, available early in the turns. And stay tuned, soon I will release the silver and bronze general just to complete the analysis.